There are times when a formal, written apology is the only option. To write an apology letter, you'll need to address your error early in the letter, acknowledge the other party's hurt feelings, and accept full responsibility for your part in the matter. You will need to offer a solution that will fix any underlying issues related to the original problem. If you want to make sure that your apology is effective and doesn't cause more hurt, aim for both clarity and sincerity while you write. So, we are going to watch about the how to write an apology letter.
Method 1. Forming your apology. First is state what your letter is about.
It's a good idea to begin by letting them know that this letter is an apology. This will give them the chance to put themselves emotionally in the right place to read the rest of your letter.
Step 2. State your mistake.
Say something like, "What I did last weekend was horribly inappropriate, disrespectful, and wildly selfish." Be very exact and descriptive, don't leave anything out.
Step 3. Acknowledge how much you have hurt them.
Acknowledge that they have been hurt and that you understand just how hurtful it was. This is usually a good time to also mention that you never intended for them to be hurt.
Step 4. Express your gratitude.
Say something like, "This is an especially terrible thing for me to have done to you after how warmly you have accepted me into your family. To hurt you in this way was an insult to all the things that you have done for me, and I hate myself for that."
Step 5. Accept responsibility.
Don't make excuses for your actions, but you can explain your reasoning very carefully. This is one of the most important parts of an apology but can be the hardest to say. Even if the other person did make some mistakes, acknowledgement of that does not belong in this letter.
Step 6. Offer a solution that will lead to change.
Just saying that you're sorry isn't really enough. What really gives an apology some punch is finding a way to solve the problem in the future. This is better, even, than just saying that it will never happen again. Finally, state a desire to have better interactions in the future. You shouldn't just outright ask for forgiveness. This places demands, whether you intend it or not, on a person whom you have already wronged. It is better to express what you really want.
Method 2. Apologizing correctly.
First is don't promise change unless you are 100% sure you can deliver. If you made a mistake that you feel you are likely to repeat or that stems from inherent differences in personality or values, you do not want to promise them that you will change. This is because you will likely make the mistake again and future apologies for anything really will ring hollow.
Step 2. Watch what language you use.
Some phrases and words sound like an apology but actually make the situation worse. It's easy to use these words by accident, so be conscious as you're writing your letter.
Step 3. Be sincere and genuine.
When you apologize, you need to be sincere and genuine about it. When you write your letter, skip the form language and cliches. You want what you say to be specific to your situation.
Step 4. Keep expectations and assumptions out of your letter.
You don't want to make assumptions about how they feel or why they're upset. It's better to take a tone that is humble and leaves them feeling in control. This sort of language is most likely to help them forgive you.
Finally, wait a day or two before mailing it.
If possible, wait a few days before sending your letter. You want to be able to read it when you're a little more emotionally removed from what you wrote.
Method 3. Formatting your letter.
First is choose the best way to start the letter. With an apology, you'll want to start your letter with the usual, "Dear." It is better not to get flowery with your language at the start of the letter.
Step 2. End your letter.
If you don't know how else to end your letter, default to the basic, "Sincerely." However, you can also get a little more creative if you want to keep the letter sounding less like a basic letter. Try phrases like, "I sincerely thank you for hearing me out."
Finally, account for a formal apology.
If you're writing an apology letter in a professional or formal setting, you are going to need to be sure that the letter looks formal. You should also add things like the date, your name, the name of your organization, your written signature, and other formatting associated with the formal.
We hope it is useful to you. Please subscribe to our channel to upskill yourself.